Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Plant. I'm sitting here with Mike Shapiro, who's a distinguished engineer that works on our Solaris project. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, today we're here to talk about a really interesting project called DTrace. Well, tell us a little bit about what DTrace is.
Well, DTrace is a dynamic instrumentation tool. It lets programmers look at all aspects of the system, all the way from the deepest parts of the operating system, all the way up through user land applications, and even into Java, Perl, Python, Ruby, and scripting languages.
Cool. And how has it come to be developed, right?
Well, we started, working on DTrace a long time ago now. Back in 2001, DTrace was developed by myself, Brian Cantrell, and Adam Leventhal, and we worked as a small team for about 2 years to develop it. It was first released in Solaris 10 beta, and then came to market as part of Solaris 10, and now it's part of Open Solaris as well as other operating systems.
And tell us about the community for DTrace, or how it fits within the community model.
Well, when we first decided to open source Solaris and create our Open Solaris community a couple of years ago, Sun really wanted to show that we weren't going to hold anything back. And so, in fact, we took DTrace, sort of the premier technology of Solaris 10, and we open sourced that first. And on the DTrace team, we're really proud that that was the first thing that was open sourced. And the response to that over the past couple of years in the community has been really amazing. In fact, in the past year, both Apple with macOS and the FreeBSD community have actually integrated DTrace into their base operating system, so you can access it on a host of different development platforms now, and that's really been amazing. The other thing which happened this year, which I think is really fantastic, is we had our first DTrace.conf, as we call it, which is the DTrace Community Conference, and we had that up in San Francisco, in fact, just a couple months ago now, and it was really tremendous. We had 50 or 60 top technologists from all different operating systems, database experts, scripting experts, kernel experts, just an amazing spread of people at different layers of the stack, all sharing how they're using DTrace to solve their problems, what things they want to see added. We even had one guy who was a graduate student who was building DTrace into hardware. So, just amazing what people are doing with it because we've gotten it out there and gotten the community engaged.
That's fantastic. So I hear that we've won an award. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, well, we've been really honored with some of the sort of notice we've gotten in the public with DTrace. And in fact, my two colleagues, Brian and Adam, are in Boston today accepting the Usenix Software Tools User Group Award. We're very honored to receive that award. It's a recognition of sort of tools in the Unix tradition that have really helped developers. And in fact, we're very honored to be honored by Usenix because when we first released DTrace, we wrote a paper that was published at the Usenix conference in Boston, and so we were there a couple of years ago. It's great to have our team back there again, accepting an award from that community on behalf of how it's helped developers.
That's fantastic, and this builds on the award that you won last year with the Wall Street Journal Innovation.
That's right. We were greatly honored also by the Wall Street Journal last year, winning for the software award and also the overall gold medal for innovation. It's a tremendous recognition, I think, of for all of Sun, really, of the kind of commitment we have to innovation to try to solve problems a different way. And Solaris, of course, is a premier place that we do that. And so we were greatly honored to get that award. And we're just thrilled that so many people are using this stuff. Brian and I started, and then Adam working on the project, again, way back in 2001. And to see all these people all over the world using this and people recognizing it is just amazing to see how far your ideas can go when you really connect to a real problem that developers are having and solve it in a new way.
And what's a target audience, or what's examples of use of DTrace?
Well, that's a great question. It really, as I said, it can instrument anything. But let's take a simple example. Just imagine that you're writing a program in a high-level environment. Maybe you're writing a Java program or a Perl or even a JavaScript program on the web. One of the things that you want to be able to do is to take your application without modifying the source code, so without having to go back to your development environment and add all kinds of special debugging code, and take it in production while it's running, maybe for a real customer or maybe in your lab in a test environment, and just look at immediately, without having to change it, what is it doing? Maybe you want to look at performance. And then you want to start to ask questions about how the things that your application is doing relate to activities deeper in the system. An example of that might be, suppose I want to ask the question, how many I/O activities is my Java program doing per second? So I see what my Java code is doing, but what is the operating system doing to the network or to the disk underneath that? DTrace lets you take those two disparate activities and tie them together. You write a little question, and then you get the data out that you need, all without modifying your application source code.
That's awesome. That's great. Just, another great example of the innovation at Sun. Thanks for stopping by. It's been
Thanks for having me.
It's a really great conversation. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Great. I'm Alex Plant. Thanks for watching.